Good morning, campers. Happy Monday. It's Masculine Monday today. As you know, all Mondays are on my channel. So we did masculine guidance. I also will do collectives. I already done one. I'm gonna do another one either today or tomorrow, because we're entering, we are already in a very powerful eclipse season. And in one of my collectives, I promised that I would talk through my stories about this powerful season, and how specifically how powerful it will be for the masculines, but not just our beautiful masculines on a journey, but also the masculine within, right? So let's give it a start, because it's sort of going to have 3 stages, right? This season started on August 21st, and it's going to last until the end of October, and there's going to be sort of a 3 phases. So first eclipse that we're experiencing now, it started exactly on a day of a new moon in Virgo, 0 degrees. So the Virgo energy is very strong and it's very pronounced in that eclipse season. And that eclipse season will really intensely be pulling on the shadows that are still within us onto the surface, so we can heal them, integrate them, address them. And specifically considering that Virgo energy, specifically the shadows that block you from achieving that healthy masculine energy. Because remember, Virgo is very earthy. Virgo is very grounded. Virgo is very, let's plan on a page. Let's see ahead, let's commit, let's build that stability and that consistency. And those are very important masculine traits. I always say this to you guys: no masculine will ever reach divinity. There is no true divine masculine without commitment to self, to my path, to my feminine, dedication to what's in front of you, to what you want to achieve, consistency, okay, and self control. So true masculine, I know what I want, I commit to that, eyes on a target. I'm going to be working with consistency, with dedication, because remember, masculine dominion is the physical world. And in order to build physical world as per divine order, as per the divine law, there's need to be structure, really beautiful, firm, foundationed structure that we will build on, right? And firm structure doesn't exist with dedication, consistency, commitment, right? So on and so forth. Very important qualities of a divine masculine. You can go to my website. A link is in my bio. There's a divine love section, and you can read about all that in detail in there, what it actually means, that divine masculine energy and those divine masculine traits. So that first eclipse that will last until September 7th will really pull out the shadows, specifically in that area, but it may also pull out the shadows that have been your strongest shadows. And remember that as this eclipse closes and ends, we're also going to be moving into 9-9 portal, specifically powerful this year because it's 999. The sum of the year is a 9 as well. So it's extremely powerful portal. 9 is about leaving what's not serving behind, closing a cycle. It's completion, right? So many of us, it always depends on the level of a journey, obviously, right? When you are already in inner union, when you're really thriving, you feel these energies a little bit less. I always say this to you guys: the more you feel the energies of retrogrades, of eclipses, and it's because there's still things that need to get out of you, right? You're not yet centered, you're not yet in inner union, so you're very receptive towards these pull out sort of energies. So if you still have work to do, for those masculines especially that are in a moment of either coming to their awareness, starting to walk this path with more consciousness, or even approaching their satori, it's going to be extremely powerful time. Really close the cycle. So what is still out there that hasn't been addressed, that hasn't been released, that hasn't been decluttered, they will hit you. Your guides will hit you with that in your face, literally. So in that period of time, from 21st of August till the 9th of the 9th, you can really release that. So what I want to say to you, and I mentioned this in my first collective, really be careful, because this period may overwhelm you, right? So this is where we truly need to learn to rest, not to quit. So if you find that it's a little bit too much, too many triggers, too many shadows, just pray to your guides for a little break and a little clarity, right? So this is that moment that instead of quitting, and especially masculines, instead of running back to avoidance is our masculines. For most, it's the biggest shadows, because avoidance is the enemy of consistency, of commitment, and of dedication. Instead of doing it, instead of pushing through, instead of committing to myself, I'll just run away. I'll just avoid it. I'll just pretend it doesn't exist, right? And this is why you repeat so many loops, because you cannot connect the dots. That is your avoidance that pushes you backwards in everything, right? So when that avoidance, especially for those of you who are already aware that you have that avoidance, right? So instead of just submitting to that avoidance, be aware. Say, okay, I know it's my avoidance. I know that you're here, okay? But I don't want to give in to it. I will just rest. And I mentioned this in my collective. Just rest. Take a few hours. Take the afternoon. Take your next day off. Do something fun. Go and have a massage. Go and watch a football game, go and play some sport, go to the gym, go to the forest, go for a walk, paintball, I've mentioned, whatever is it that floats your boat, whatever is it that makes you forget about, just make sure, in line with all the distractions that we've been talking about today on my channel for the masculines, that it's a good distraction, right? It's something that keeps your mind off the overthinking and the avoidance that's coming through, but don't make it again. I mean, if you're at this point that you're listening to what I'm saying, I don't think you would be already still going to the unhealthy distractions, like, partying and, but don't. Make sure that the distractions are really healthy, in line with the life that you want to live, right? So just do something fun, something childlike, go to the movies, watch a movie at your home, again, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you forget about that overwhelm, right? Rest, don't quit, and really power through this season, right? So this is going to be the first stage. The second stage is going to be between the 7th and 21st of September, so almost whole month of September. Extremely powerful manifestation window, in a sense of aligning ourselves with our north nodes, or our node nodes. So what the nodes that guide us towards our destiny, towards our highest, most aligned timeline. So in this period of time, it's incredibly important. So all of us, do what you want to do most. This is the window to show to the universe, this is what I want. Okay, so if you really want to live a life that you're going to live a healthier lifestyle, make sure you eat healthy in that season. If you want to live a life where you're not going to be working like crazy, but you're going to have a good life, make sure that you show the universe that you know how to rest, that you know how to appreciate good things in life. Do more of what you want to do. If you dream of traveling, even if it's just going outside of the town for a short, excursion, do that. If you want more love in your life, right? Think about love. If there's a specific person, or masculines, think about your feminine, right? This is the time to really manifest, to really visualize, to really imagine yourself with your feminine, or masculine if you're a feminine. Really allow yourself to dream, to raise your vibration, to show the universe, this is the life that I want to live. Avoid things that you know that you want to eliminate ultimately. Very, very important, because whatever you will do in between those dates, it is 10 times fold received by the universe. Do you know what I mean? So you could say, oh, but I still cannot, I still have to work, whatever. Let's say you have a job that you don't fully enjoy. Show to the universe that you understand that this is just your day job. And afterwards, you know how to rest and you know how to focus on your true passions and on things that you really want to do in life, right? And everything that you will do, it will create 10 times fold of that energy and send it out there. So this is really very, very powerful window to align, to get aligned, right? And then the final one that will be between the 21st of September, yes, 21st of September until the end of October. So a very long window of eclipse. Very powerful eclipse as well. Whatever is it in your life that you have been asked by your guides, by your higher self, by the universe to remove, and you have been refusing, they will remove it for you. And you would know, right? Because sometimes there are certain things that, it's, how I always say to you guys, sorry, my hair is crazy as always. It's the divine timing, right? So sometimes we know that, for example, we're still in a 3D job. We still, there's certain things that we cannot change, like the divine feminine. We can only work on ourselves. We cannot influence our timeline. Certain things come into fruition when they're ready, right? But sometimes on this journey, we are really shown by signs, synchronicities, even dreams, visions, the inner knowing, that there's certain things, jobs, people, situations that don't belong in our life, and we have to make an effort to remove this, right? But if we take no action, especially in periods like that, universe steps in, and it's basically like, enough is enough. I have been freaking telling you that this person doesn't belong to your life. I have been showing you through multiple disappointments, pains, discussions with this person. I've been giving you so many signs. You have not removed this person from your energy. I will do it for you. And they will create a situation, a conflict, something so powerful that there's going to be no other way than exit. If universe, for example, has been showing to you that you can do better, even if it is still your 3D job, right? But you cannot stay in this job because the energy is low, because you're really not in alignment. There's something different that you need to find for yourself, and you've been fearful, you've been refusing. You will just lose that. They will just remove it. Okay, so this is the time when we're really going to be heavily shown what really doesn't belong. And if you take no action, the universe will step in and remove that. But remember, it's always better. It's always more powerful. We show the effort, the dedication if we do it ourselves, if we really want to listen, right? But sometimes when we're very resistant, when we're very fearful, I always say this to you guys, we have free will, right? Which means that we can screw up and not reach our highest, most aligned timeline because we have free will. But certain things, oh my God, but certain things are such an important milestone, destined milestone on our path that there's no escaping. So again, I always give this example as well, the two examples that I've given you, but it's also in karmic relationships. So many people choose to stay in karmic relationships out of fear because they don't want to be alone, because they want to have a partner to spend time with, right? They're afraid of loneliness, whatever that is, or they look for excuses. We have children together, whatever, right? And we work in cycles of 2 years, right? So if it's time to leave that partner, you're going to receive signs and synchronicities. You're going to start having problems. You're going to start having issues. And that window of opportunity will open. But if you are fearful to do this, universe will say, fine, I'm going to give you another cycle. So you're going to enter another 2-year cycle. And in the 2-year cycle, you might have good moments with that partner as well, right? It's not like it's going to be crap all the time. But then as that 2 years window closes, right? Universe is going to be okay. It's another window of opportunity. So you're going to have issues, you're going to have discussions, things will start to happen. And if you yet again refuse out of fear, after a couple of cycles, if you really had it on your destined timeline that you cannot be with this person because certain things have to happen in your life, you have to end this karmic relationship, enough is enough, universe will step in and it will separate you however way universe can. So this person will either do something that they will leave you, they will be pushed to leave you, they will be guided to leave you, they will be put another person on their path that they will fall in love, whatever that is, if you're not able to do certain things that are strongly destined for you, universe will push this on you. And obviously there are certain things that universe cannot push. It's usually the removal that is being pushed, not the forward movement, right? So for the divine masculines, no matter how much you resist, the universe will not obviously push you reaching out to your divine feminine. But whatever you need to remove, if you're refusing cycle after cycle, it will get removed by the universe. And then you will just be sort of a receiving signs and downloads and those emotional pushes to move forward towards the right direction once things are removed the way they're supposed to be removed. So yeah, so those are going to be the 3 stages of a beautiful eclipse season. And afterwards, if you really pass these tests, if you really remove what was meant to be removed, there's going to be a beautiful window of opportunity to shift to that higher timeline, to really shift to most aligned timeline and really shift your energy to a whole new level of the journey, whatever journey you're at. So yeah, so be mindful of all these things. I will maybe post this on YouTube as well, so you can find it later as well. And yeah, we're going to be doing readings in line with that. So I'm going to do another divine masculine reading for the eclipse season, and then maybe next week or the following days of this week, we're going to do the same for my beautiful feminines.